Hello, everyone. I am your host, Ryan. Welcome to Speak Up. Today, we are talking about fast English speech. When native speakers talk, they often speak quickly. Their words run together, and sometimes it feels like a stream of sounds. This fast way of speaking can be hard to follow, especially if you are just learning. But don't worry, understanding fast English is very important to help you speak and listen better in everyday life. We will show you easy ways to catch the words and feel more confident.
Hi everyone, I'm Priya. Fast English is when words come out quickly and sometimes mix together. This can be tricky at first, but it is a part of normal conversations. In today's episode, we will talk about what fast English is and why it matters for you. Our tips will help you understand fast English speakers and improve your listening skills. Stay with us as we explain simple steps that make it easier to catch every word.
Now that we've talked about fast English speech, let's look at some common difficulties you might face. One big challenge is listening. When native speakers talk fast, you might miss syllables or hear sounds that blend together. For example, instead of hearing going to, you might only catch gonna. This can make it hard to understand every word, and sometimes the breaks between words aren't clear at all.
That's true, Ryan. When words run together, it's like trying to follow a fast-moving train of sounds. Reduced forms and shortened words can really throw you off, making it feel like a puzzle to piece together what was said. Even when you think you know the words, the fast pace can make you lose track. This is a normal challenge, but it's important to know you're not alone in this.
Another common difficulty comes from pronunciation variations. In fast speech, different accents and dialects play a big role. A word might sound very different depending on who is speaking, which can make it even more confusing. It's not just about the speed, but also the way the words are pronounced. This variation means you might hear a word in one way and then another way in a different conversation.
Absolutely, Ryan. And let's not forget idioms and slang. Native speakers often use informal phrases that you might not learn in a textbook. These expressions add another layer of complexity. They can be fun, but they also require extra practice to understand. Together, these listening challenges and pronunciation variations are key obstacles, but we'll work through them with clear and simple tips as we go along.
Now, we have identified common difficulties. Next, let's talk about understanding speech patterns in fast English. When native speakers talk fast, words often blend together so you might not hear each word clearly. This is called connected speech. For example, instead of saying I am going to, you might hear I'm gonna. These linked words make the language sound smooth, but can also make it hard to catch every word.
That's right, Ryan. In connected speech, words join together, and this can make it tricky to tell where one word ends and the next begins. When speakers use linking sounds and contractions like I'm for I am, it helps them speak faster and more naturally. Even though it may seem confusing at first, understanding these links is key to following a conversation in fast English.
Let's move on to rhythm and intonation. Every sentence in English has a natural beat or flow. When people speak, they naturally put a little extra emphasis on certain words. This rhythm helps carry the meaning, even if some words are not pronounced clearly. By listening to the ups and downs in a speaker's voice, you can learn which words are most important in the sentence.
Exactly, Ryan. The rise and fall of the voice, what we call intonation, can tell you a lot about the speaker's feelings or if they are asking a question. For example, a rising tone might mean a question is being asked. Also, stress patterns in a sentence help highlight the key parts of the message. Focusing on these patterns can guide you in understanding the core meaning of what is being said.
When you practice listening, try to notice how words connect and the natural rhythm in the speech. A useful tip is to repeat short sentences after you hear them, focusing on how the words blend and where the voice goes up or down. This practice will help you pick up the flow of fast English. Over time, your ear will adjust, and understanding these patterns will become easier.
That's a great idea, Ryan. Keep practicing by listening to different speakers, whether in movies, podcasts, or everyday conversations. Pay attention to how they link words and use their tone to stress important parts of the sentence. With time, these patterns will become familiar, and you'll find it much easier to follow fast English. This is a key step in building your confidence and improving your overall listening skills.
Now that we've talked about how fast English sounds, let's discuss some effective listening strategies. When you listen, try to focus on the main ideas instead of worrying about every single word. One great tip is active listening. This means paying close attention and even taking notes on key words or phrases. This way, you capture the important parts of what you're hearing and build a clearer picture of the conversation.
Yes, Ryan, active listening really helps. When you listen, concentrate on the context and meaning rather than getting stuck on each word. Sometimes the overall idea is more important than each individual word. Jotting down short notes can help you remember the key points. It's a simple technique, but it makes a big difference in how well you understand fast speech over time.
Another helpful strategy is gradual speed adjustment. It can be tough to jump straight into fast recordings, so it's a good idea to start with slower speech. Listen to recordings where the speaker talks clearly and at a slower pace. Once you feel comfortable, you can gradually increase the speed. This step-by-step approach helps train your ear without overwhelming you.
Exactly, Ryan. And don't forget, it's perfectly okay to pause and rewind recordings. If you miss something, take a moment to listen again. Replaying tricky parts gives you a chance to understand them better. By slowly increasing the speed and practicing with different materials, you will find that your comprehension improves steadily. It's all about building your listening skills at a pace that works for you.
Using a mix of resources like podcasts, videos, and audiobooks can also boost your listening skills. Each resource offers different accents and speeds, which helps you get used to a variety of fast speech styles. The more you expose yourself to these different sounds, the more comfortable you will become. This regular practice is key to mastering fast English.
Absolutely, Ryan. Consistent practice with these techniques will make a big difference. Keep focusing on the main ideas, use note-taking to capture what's important, and adjust the listening speed gradually. With time, understanding fast English will feel less challenging and more enjoyable. Stay patient, keep practicing, and soon you'll notice your listening skills improve, making everyday conversations much easier to follow.
Now that we've covered listening strategies, let's talk about practical exercises to enhance comprehension. One of the best methods is the shadowing technique. This is when you listen to a speaker and immediately repeat what they say, trying to match their speed, pronunciation, and rhythm. It helps you improve both your listening and speaking skills at the same time.
That's right, Ryan. Shadowing trains your ears to pick up fast speech while also helping your mouth get used to pronouncing words smoothly. To practice, start with a short audio clip or video. Listen carefully, then play it again and repeat the words right after the speaker, trying to copy their tone and speed as closely as possible. It might feel challenging at first, but with practice, it really helps.
A good way to begin is by choosing recordings where the speaker talks clearly but naturally. You can use English podcasts, audiobooks, or even movie dialogues. Start at a slower speed if needed, and as you improve, increase the speed. The goal is to match the native speaker's flow as closely as possible. This exercise strengthens both listening and speaking muscles.
Yes. And along with shadowing, listening drills are another great way to improve comprehension. These are exercises where you focus on breaking down fast speech. One useful drill is segmenting sentences. Listen to a sentence and try to identify where one word ends and the next begins. This helps you get used to how words blend together in fast speech.
Another useful drill is identifying key phrases. When people speak fast, they often stress important words while reducing the others. Instead of trying to hear every word, focus on catching the key words that carry the meaning. This makes it easier to follow conversations, even when the speech is fast and not perfectly clear.
Exactly, Ryan. To make listening drills more effective, you can use subtitles at first and then gradually remove them. Listen to the same clip multiple times, first with subtitles, then without, to train your ears. The more you practice these exercises, the more comfortable you'll become with fast English. Just stay consistent and you'll see great improvement over time.
Now that we've talked about practical exercises, let's discuss how multimedia tools and resources can help in understanding fast English. These days, digital platforms and apps make it much easier to practice listening at your own pace. Apps like Duolingo, BBC Learning English, and Speechling allow you to listen to native speakers and repeat sentences. Plus, many podcasts and YouTube channels offer adjustable playback speeds, so you can slow down fast speech and gradually increase the speed as you improve.
That's right, Ryan. Using these tools gives you full control over your listening practice. You can start with slower audio and slowly increase the speed over time. Some platforms like TED Talks and Netflix also have built-in speed control. This feature is great because it lets you train your ears without feeling overwhelmed. The key is to listen regularly and keep adjusting the difficulty level as you become more confident.
Another great way to improve comprehension is by using subtitles. Watching English videos with subtitles helps you catch words and phrases that you might otherwise miss. Start by watching with subtitles in English to see how words are actually pronounced. Once you feel comfortable, try watching the same video without subtitles. This step-by-step approach strengthens your listening skills over time.
Exactly, Ryan. Subtitles are especially helpful when learning how words connect in fast speech. If you're watching a video and don't understand a sentence, pause, check the subtitles, and replay the section. This will help you match the words with their sounds. Eventually, you'll start recognizing these speech patterns without needing subtitles at all.
And for even better understanding, use transcripts whenever possible. Many podcasts and audiobooks provide written transcripts, which allow you to follow along as you listen. If you don't understand a phrase, you can pause, read it, and replay the section. This way, you're not just guessing, you're actually training your ears and eyes together.
That's a great tip, Ryan. Transcripts act like a guide, helping you connect spoken words with their written form. If you practice this regularly, you'll soon start recognizing words in fast speech without needing a transcript. By combining these tools, apps, subtitles, and transcripts, you'll make faster progress and feel more confident in real conversations.
We've covered many techniques, but let's add some expert advice to help you understand fast English more effectively. Many language teachers recommend one important thing: don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you try to catch every single word, you might get frustrated. Instead, focus on the overall message. Even native speakers don't hear every word in a conversation. They listen for meaning, not perfection.
That's such a helpful tip, Ryan. Another common suggestion from experts is to make listening practice a daily habit. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. You can listen to short news clips, podcasts, or even song lyrics. The key is to stay consistent and train your ears over time. The more you expose yourself to fast speech, the easier it gets.
Now, let's talk about real learners who've improved their listening skills. One of my friends struggled a lot with fast English, especially in movies and real-life conversations. Instead of getting discouraged, he started watching short YouTube videos with subtitles, then gradually removed them. Over time, his listening improved, and now he can follow most conversations without any problem.
That's inspiring, Ryan. I know someone who improved by setting aside dedicated listening time every day. She started with slow-speed audio and gradually increased it. She also practiced shadowing, repeating sentences right after hearing them. Within a few months, she noticed a huge improvement in her ability to follow fast speech. The key takeaway? Small daily steps lead to big results.
To wrap things up, we've learned that understanding fast English is all about practice and patience. Using techniques like active listening, shadowing, and gradual speed adjustment can really help. And don't forget, listening for meaning instead of every word will make a big difference. If you stay consistent, you will definitely improve.
Absolutely, Ryan. Keep challenging yourself with different listening materials, use subtitles and transcripts wisely, and practice every day. The journey might feel tough at first, but over time, you'll see progress. So keep going, and don't be afraid of fast English. Embrace it.
That's it for today's episode. We hope you found these tips useful. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to subscribe to Speak Up for more helpful discussions on English learning. And don't forget to leave a comment sharing your favorite tip from today's episode. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.
Yes, keep practicing and stay confident. We'll be back with more fun and useful tips to help you master English. Until then, happy learning.